point that you're mentioning here. Indeed, we have ambitious objectives, but I also do not see a full-scale strategy down to a roadmap now on how to achieve this goal. So clearly, we need a more clear roadmap on how to achieve this, and this should include the entire value chain and also which points should be strengthened there and which not, and how our relationship also with different important parts of the world will look like now in 5 years and 10 years.
Frank, how worried are you about the cycle hitting some of these new developments? I mean, everybody's racing with picks and shovels at this point. They want to be part of the new gold rush that is AI and building out chips in the semiconductor area. But are you concerned down the track that there is a cycle where there could be a glut of some of these chips that damages the prospects for what's been built now?
Yeah, those cycles are really common for the semiconductor landscape. But on the other hand, you must not forget that the whole industry is poised to grow, to double basically almost until 2030. So we see the industry on a further rise, and so I won't expect this downturn too much as it was maybe 10 or 15 years ago.
Frank, I want to just touch back on something you and Karen just talked about as well, and just relate that to an article I was reading somewhere this weekend. I forget where, but it was basically economists are now getting serious about industrial policy again. Who should be directing that industrial policy for Germany, for Europe as well? Should it be done on a country-by-country basis? Should this be something that Brussels picks up and tries to direct from EU Central or the European Commission Central? Just because otherwise I fear we're going to get the same problem we've had so many times, that there's a kind of split jurisdiction. No one knows whether it's Brussels who should be in charge of it or whether it should be Berlin, whether it should be Paris, etc., etc. What do you think?
If you look at the actual funding of the EU Chips Act right now, it looks like a Brussels initiative, but in fact, all the money comes from the member states. So it's not a real European endeavor right now. And my call would be to make it a European endeavor. And that means that Brussels and the member states, Paris, Berlin, Warsaw, have to act really together to make up a European strategy, because the critical mass that we need that we have, we do only have as a region. Not a single country, not even Germany, has the critical mass to stay in the race on a global level, competing US, Taiwan, China, South Korea. So it should be a European endeavor, and I mean, for me, that could also include UK.
Frank, just